Chapter 470. Initially, the Baker family hoped that the new medicine would bring their company to the next level, but from the looks of it, the old medicine was much better. The worst side effect of the old medicine was inducing liver and kidney toxicity, but it wouldn't induce penis necrosis. Therefore, the Baker family was no match for Sean's attack. At this moment, Sean's bodyguards marched forward and grabbed Alan by his shoulder despite his struggle and loud protest. They twisted his right arm into a horrific angle, snapping it effectively, making all the people who watched the scene shudder. God damn it. Arg. Oh my God. Mike was angry and frightened at the same time. Alan was his eldest son and also the most beloved, but he could only watch in terror as his son's arm was broken and couldn't do anything about it. Eventually, Professor Drake came running into the hall and said, "Mr. Baker, Mr. Richard, what's going on?" Sean turned his gaze upon the familiar voice and smirked. "Oh, hi, bastard, good timing. Boys, beat him up." Professor Drake stared at him in a daze and muttered, "Mr. Richard, there must be some misunderstanding. I've cured you. Didn't you say that you wanted to give me a villa?" The cold sneer was still pasted on Sean's face. "Oh, the villa, you say? I'll have one for you. In hell." The bodyguards pressed Professor Drake to the floor and punched him as though he was a sandbag. After one of them punched his temple, his eyes rolled to the back of his head, and he passed out. The entire Baker family watched in horror. Sean was truly cruel. Anyway, it was understandable for Sean to behave this way. He had suffered a huge blow that no one could imagine, starting from the impotence and necrosis. If he needed to be amputated, he would have gone crazy in a snap. Sean was still burning in rage. He stepped forward, grabbed Mike by the collar, and growled, "Now, I'll give you two choices. 1. I'll kill you and your whole family right this instant. 2. Cure me now. Which one do you choose?" Mike's face was as pale as snow. He pleaded, "Mr. Richard, please spare us. I'll choose the second option. We'll do our best to cure you. How long do you need? If my penis is beyond repair, I'll kill you first, followed by your family." Mike nodded profusely and blurted, "We have a lot of experienced doctors in our company. I'll let them come over right now and give you antibacterial and anti-inflammatory treatment first. It should be able to persist for a while." Sean crashed onto the sofa and said coldly, "What are you waiting for? Hurry and call the doctors." Mike quickly asked Alan to contact the team of doctors from Baker Pharmaceutical to come over. After the doctors came, they immediately infused Sean with antibiotics and treated the ulceration. However, the doctors shared the same opinion with the doctor of the Apollo Hospital. The antibiotic medication was not the ultimate solution, it could only delay the ulceration process, but amputation remained as the last resort. Luckily, the treatment gave them a few days to think of a solution. If they couldn't find a cure for Sean, amputation would be the final solution. When Sean was on the floor treatment, he spoke to the Baker family in a cold voice, "I'll give you 1 day. If you can't solve my problem by tomorrow night, the Baker family will be diminished from this world." Mike nodded and said respectfully, "Don't worry, Mr. Richard. We'll try our best." Alan pulled him aside and whispered, "Dad, the doctor said that there's no cure, what else can we do?" Mike ground his teeth anxiously. "We still have to think of something. Do you want our family to vanish?"